It's still red. It's still nasty. Worry not. I can see your ether and that of your companions. You have not suffered the fate of those unfortunate souls. That ether has to be going somewhere. It's like energy, right? You can't destroy it. You can only change it. The stillness in the air puts me ill at ease. We must be wary. While Estinian and Vitra defend Razat Han from above, we on the ground must find a means to prevent these transformations. And soon. After so long and so many sacrifices, we finally found a way to cure the tempered. But these poor souls, they'll vanish without a trace. Is there truly no saving them? We gotta figure out where their souls are going. All life must end in death. Yet death in turn gives birth to new life. Such is the flow of ether. To think that natural cycle could simply be cut off. The very thought of it makes me shudder. Our radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know those beasts were once my own men. There is no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever is yet to come. Oh man, we got lots of yellow dye options. Too many dye options. Raisin brown dye. Can we try on these dyes? No, we can't. Honey yellow. Let's take the honey. Kind of orangey yellow. You want to invite? You want to invite? I guess you did survive. All right, all right, all right. All right, you little children. Come along, little children. Hi, Miri. At least the children had had two parental figures to keep watch over them. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Mekaduta for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight to a possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups so we may cover more ground. Alize and I will see to Pax's path. Thancred and Yashtola, pray make for Dharma. I leave Arthna to G'raha and you, Jake. Any information that you can gather on the First Blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days here in the city would be most helpful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Mekaduta that we might share what we've learned with the Satrap. Satrap! 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 Did we get all of the... comma? I think we did. We did run around and get all of them. Shall we be off then? Artha is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forge many of our warding scales. That seems as a good place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nahadin, the chief alchemist there on our last visit. You should be happy to answer our queries. Yay! We have G'raha following us! G'raha is the best! Giving him a hug, just because why not? G'raha, you don't have anything to chat about on the way? Usually there's little spots that we can talk to people. Look at him run, though! I love how he kind of leans forward, like he's got to to catch up to our long legs. Do you have anything to chat about? Speak with G'raha. Okay, it's just kind of a confirmation of what we're doing. Man, is this place more empty than usual? Yeah, it definitely feels more empty than usual. But at least there aren't people running around in a panic yet. Nuhadin. Ah, I remember those red eyes. You were from the Scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes. I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We are here assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful it shook the very ground. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly, I heard panicked screams coming from the direction of Balsharan Bazaar. In an instant, a monstrous beast poked its head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the Fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. Thank you for sharing your tale. But I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. Not a very bizarre idea. There was a crash. Now, he didn't mention the roar from the ground before the monster appeared. But there had to be someone that initiated it. Varsa? This is a Thavnerian weave. I must say it bears resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlian, and like as not, I'll never reside there again. That said, in recent days I felt more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears I inherited the royal eye, eyes, and with it the wisdom of ancient Alag. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe. And one day when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvos again. If only once. We will have to go back there. G'raha, don't you go anywhere, okay? You are best boy. You are best boy. Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we've more pressing concerns these days. We have come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You had better luck asking there. Okay. Are we on the east side of the bazaar, I guess? I saw a portal, or no, that was someone summoning a minion, and I was like, wait, what? Oh, Lara! Hi! Lara. That's a really nice name. You're not in the party, but the blue of your name made it look like you were in the party. Bye! Thanks for dropping by. Okay. Zaytner. Is something the matter, traveler? If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We're not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it all, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through that entryway with the force of a tidal wave, and then it was gone as quickly as it came. Oh, that's not super helpful. Doesn't look like he tore the door down. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't leave more of a mark anywhere. Did you know what happened before the scream? Sisters, have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? It is nowhere safe. Settle down, friend. The danger has passed, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? First, I heard the screams. Then a horde of raving beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge, bigger than a Marit, throwing people about like ragdolls, and it was eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and the wailing kept getting louder. More voices in the throng, beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening. I still don't. That's enough, my good man. You were brave enough to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray, stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that this is the most we can expect from the people here to tell us. I think it best if we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. It'd be really cool if you could, like, go anywhere and he would show up and follow you around. Like, no matter where you went, G'raha would be there following you. Because then it's like, yeah, we could do that. Or we could go, you know, just go hang out elsewhere. Hey, have you seen Thanalan before? It's really awesome. That's where we visited first. We could also go to Doma, you know? That was cool. Go hang out with Yigiri. Yiggity! That guy had the Midgar Sormer minion on his shoulder. Have we seen Allura? I think we've seen Allura before in previous streams. They're following us, stalking us everywhere we go. Alright, time to catch up. Miri! Wait a minute, you're not wearing red? What is this, Miri? This is impossible. See, Mirren, definitely wearing red. Miri in blue? A change of heart, have we? Oh, for the blue mage outfit? Can you not dye blue mage gear red? And be a red mage? A red blue mage? That'd be a purple mage. You just are blue for the blue mage stuff. That's awesome. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetherite Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people here in the Mehana surely can tell us more. Have you seen a giant monster creature? Not for Dola? That gave me quite a fright. What in heaven's name was that thing that came screaming out of Merides? Ah, so we have to actually go in here. It's cool that even the other NPCs talk about it, so... Yeah, see, a blue-red mage, so purple mage. We've already gotten this one, haven't we? Yeah, we did. We got them all. Fearful here. Oh, man, there's so few people in here. We're gonna go over here first, then we're gonna talk to the here. This place was hopping before. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. Okay, can you tell me about the damage? You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it anyways. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the counter as Neride poured me a drink. Then suddenly there came this dreadful sound, like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sends shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered me no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Meharide, myself, and other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn? I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. The beast transformation was first. Was the inciting incident. Ara! We gotta talk. Huh? Oh, pardon me, I was just... Oh, well, anyways, take a seat wherever you like. We are open for business, as per usual. Well, You have, like, glowing orange eyes. Are they glowing pink eyes? Yeah, they're kind of glowing violet eyes. They're really pretty. I guess you do still have to make money even when the world is ending. So, you know, business is business. As usual. Whoa. What a view. Imagine just like having tea and suddenly the sky turns like that. Going after that enormous beast, are you? I saw it, including the very instant that poor jerk transformed. Darn the gods for putting me there. It started over there, by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversations must have taken a turn for the worst. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose it was, buries his head in his hands. Black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart, and there stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, and then the black mist comes again, until the change takes them too. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you know perchance who those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw Milel, the barmaid, chatting with him, though. She might know something. Milel, you were holding out on us! We were just over here! Were you holding out on us? Keeping secrets, were you? I'll have that tongue if I have to. I mean, I could just ask you really nicely. You do have pretty eyes. Maybe we got a sweet talk. Alright, hold on. We gotta do this right. Excuse me, madame. I'm sorry for the earlier interruption, but I hear that you might have some information that's helpful. Take a seat. I am not young. I am like 80 years old. I actually have no idea how long Aura live. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Mahride's Mahane. What can we get you? We have come not for libations, but rather for information. You are Milel, yes? We are investigating the so-called blasphemy on the satrap's behalf. We hear he was one of your customers, a merchant that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kalzal was his name. I kind of recognize that name. Have we run into Kalzal before? He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the experts. No! That's the dude that was down by the docks! That's the dude by the docks! We had that whole interaction with him. Remember the other elephant dude wanted to learn how to sell fish because he couldn't give them to Kalzal anymore? And his whole business was falling apart because people weren't coming by here anymore? It's through him that we met Matzia. Yes, the names ring a bell. Didn't you meet them both on your first trip to Thavnir? If I recall correctly, Kazal ran a trading operation in Yedlamad, and it was there that you made Matzia's acquaintance. Yes, that is the same Kazal, no doubt. A rather successful man, from what I gather. That said, it was clearly he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. Kazal was a compassionate man. Even as his business was suffering, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear. Yet as they discussed matters further, Kazal's tone grew grave and grim. And it was then that... Forgive me. I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would just ask one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kazal in particular? Anything at all? Nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Kazal lived for his work, and he had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not? I can direct you to them, if you believe that it would help. What do you say? I say nothing, because I am mute. But he really wanted to help, but he couldn't. Kazal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kazal lived there since childhood, and was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama. The name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let us see where this lead takes us. Yay, he's still accompanying us! Let's go, G'raha. Oh, yeah, we've been to Kama before. Oh, there's a bunch of chattable places here. Let's see. After leaving the Mahane, we were to retrace our steps and head back towards the Aetherite Plaza. Alright, hold on. We're going to do this without our map. Retrace our steps and head towards the Aetherite Plaza. No map. Because we talked to Varsa before, so we know we're going in the right direction. These tiles are kind of cool, the little pattern. I'm not distracted. You're distracted. Kojin? Haven't we talked to the Kojin before? Alright, from here we ascend the stairs. I love this. Wait, there's triple triad? I don't see the triple triad. I don't have access to the triple triad yet. Literally, the game is keeping me from getting distracted. This is ridiculous. Even Yoshi is against me. He knows that my triple triad is too strong. Alright. This must be Yuge, in which case we should take the path leading southeast. Because we gotta cross the bridge, right? If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we get to explore Razat Han at our leisure once this crisis has passed. I know you haven't gotten to explore it much. We've been here once before, but if given the opportunity, you should definitely be able to check it out. And this must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let us begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Kazal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Oh, remember we could walk indoors earlier and the dude was like, "What are you doing here? Get out." We're like, sorry. Oh, inaccessible. Inaccessible. Everyone's locking their doors. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Give me 1 second. All right, we back. Kazal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there ever was a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return, he'd spend his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easy as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, what with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then at night I heard the door open. I looked out to see Kazal sitting on the bench, his head hung low. A man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see. The situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than the troubles with his consortium. He was the same old Kazal, cordial and honest, like always. These questions you're asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughter told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about the bizarre goings-ons. Rest assured, the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter, and be prepared to take refuge, should the satrap order it. It doesn't sound like there was anything special going on, just that he... was, like... in super... We already got this one, yeah. Super depressed. Oh. Fancy. Oh, this is like a shower. The brush and water. And then a drain underneath it. Just close the curtains. Excuse me. Tap, tap, tap on the shoulder. Could you come back another time? I just woke up, but I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, allow us to ask you a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kazal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kazal? Aye, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around, thanks to a generous order from Ruveda Fibers. Why, he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken to him since, but I assume it all went well. Jinabaha might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Jinabaha at Ruveda Fibers? That does sound promising. We are Inspector Clouseau, with our own Watson following us around. So we gotta go back to the market stall, yeah? Oh no, we're going a whole different area. Yeah, let's take the crystal. Unless we can't. If we take the crystal over there, will he be back over here? We gotta test it. Zip zap. There he is. We're gonna come this way just to see what he says. We gotta take every chance we can to chat with G'raha. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It's quite a sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amarat. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those selfsame horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? It's crazy that we're gonna have to solve a mystery that even the ancients back then couldn't figure out. But to be fair, as quickly as the chaos came, they didn't really have an option, and we at least have a little bit of foresight because we've heard about these situations. On launch, you had to walk it? Ah, well, we got lucky. They're farming silkworms. This must be Ruvida's Fibers, where we should find Jinabaha. Jinabaha! Oof! Faveda. Jinabaha. Jabadabadabada. Shadabadabadabada. Oh. Sorry. She clearly did not want us to talk to her. Nope. We're out of here. Out of here. And hurry, I say. There's no time to waste. Pardon me, but are you in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak with you when the job is done? Well, some extra hands wouldn't hurt. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. Talk about a fetch quest series. And you can carry our fabric. Oh, we're just gonna be a hauler. Go through the door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Yeah, but aren't these textiles the one that you were supposed to be trading Khazal with? And you did not? Go, Miri, go! We've been here before. This area is for employees only. Out, out! We're supposed to run some fabrics. What? You've come to help? Oh, praise be Midaruva. Mindaruva, I think it is. Mindaruva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you passed 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate of Nabrifal by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate is of clothing for Manuha. And that massive crate there goes to Zemira by the middle... Oh, no. By the middle storehouse. The massive crate. The little crate goes to the place by the chickens. The massive crate goes to the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. Those are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. You have limited time to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and begin anew. Okay, light crate or heavy crate? Oh, we're just given a crate. Pick up the light crate. Oh, we got the light crate. Go, 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 go. Deliver the crate to this guy. You come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. Where's our timer? I don't see a timer. Pick up the ordinary crate. Manuha. If you have the crates finished, such as carpets and clothing, crate full of clothing, I can take it off your hands. Lucky with the giant crate over the head. Weighty crate. Oh man, we're taking forever on this one because it's so big and heavy. We got a giant one. We could put a whole Lala in it. Oof, 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 oof. This one's for you. You're brawny. Good thing. Never know when you need to defend yourself. Crate full of fabrics. Okay. I wasn't sure how much time we had, so I kind of super skipped through the conversation. My back! My back! All right, Peter Parker. You've carried all the crates to the storehouse, as you say, and so quickly, too. I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Junabaha and assure him that our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for the distraction. Too many terrible things of late, but generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. We gotta give hope to everywhere and everyone all at once. Miri, did you see us carrying that giant crate? We could have squashed a Lala with it. Done as I asked, have you? Yes, sir. If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You've done us a great favor, traveler. Now give us the information we want. I, too, have delivered the instruments and apparatuses entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked at the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the door, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony, such terror, and in the next instant he too sprouted fearsome claws. A sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed. The fear is getting them all. I'm sorry. There was something you wanted to ask. Indeed. You knew the merchant Khazal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Khazal? I know him well. We'd arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end, we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I feel terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he'd discuss it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair? You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Khazal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. Not like the whole mom situation was just horrible. The mom giving up hope and turning, and then all of her family turning too, the kids turning. It was just wrong. It was so wrong. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduda, yeah? We should be just outside. With any luck, the others have already returned from their investigations. I'm afraid we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed. I thank you for your concern, and pray you two take care as well. Megaduda. Not minor Duda, Mega Duda. Dad cred! We got news! I was seeing who they were talking to. Finish your rounds and ready to share? Is there anybody else to chat to? No. Everyone just kind of gathered around. Surely the satrap will offer his wisdom and guidance to us? But man, the fact that, like, I really think it is that anyone, if they get depressed or, like, feel despair enough, it just sets them off, and the whole thing could start again at any moment.